it going, everybody? Welcome to the Empty Motor YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm actually heading on a road trip in my 2021 Ford Mustang GT. Heading down to Southern California with it to see how it does. The car now has 600 miles. Yes, I know I drive it a whole lot. Put on maybe about 200-300 miles since the SEMA show, but I wanted to see how the gas mileage on this car is long term, and I have some stuff to take care of with this car locally in town in LA. Just heading out of town right now. There's a South Point Casino. Traffic looks to be pretty minimal, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I want to see what the gas mileage is like with this car. I did some quick driving around town. Mileage is okay, not the greatest, but want to see how it's like on a long trip, just kind of cruising. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Not sure if you can see on the other side of the freeway here, there is already a lot of traffic, people coming into town every Friday. Fortunately for me, I always try to go opposed traffic, so this is kind of nice where I don't deal with any of the weekend rush traffic for Las Vegas. Over there's a lot of construction going on, a lot of new apartments and everything being built. Town's getting busier and busier. Cruising at about 80 miles per hour, cruising with the flow of traffic. I am now passing state line. See? So far, so good, smooth sailing. The mileage isn't actually that bad. I've been on primarily flat ground, so I've been averaging about 21.5, 22 miles a gallon according to the car and whatever it's reading back to me, but I don't know if that's affected by the supercharger setup or not. But once you get out of Vegas, there is the first big hill to get out, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to be cruising and taking my time. Not in a rush. If I go too fast and get into town, just gotta set traffic once I get into town, so I might as well just kind of take my time and miss traffic and enjoy the drive. It's a beautiful day today. Outside's about 50-ish degrees. Here in the car, I just have it on one setting at 66 degrees, but outside it's been nice. I can crack the window and just cruise. Just reaching Baker, California. If you don't know where this is at, this is one of the main stop areas that have a bunch of fast food and I guess it's supposedly the world's tallest thermometer. Averaging about 23.7 miles a gallon according to the car. Not sure if that's accurate or not. I will know once I fill up gas. It's the surefire way of figuring this out. But yeah, nice cruising. So far, everybody's actually driving faster than myself. I don't want a ticket, and this car really stands out with all the red livery. So yeah. Just past the Barstow outlets behind me. Making pretty good time here. Still just cruising along. The car is averaging 23-ish miles a gallon. Learning with this car, you barely tap the pedal. The car wants to hold itself about 85, so there's a lot of slight tap release, or just hold it and it just goes at about 85 comfortably and easily. Traffic's pretty clear, so it's been pretty nice. That V6 Mustang owner passed me up earlier. I don't know if you can see him over there to the right. He was kind of driving crazy, and then I don't know how he ended up way behind me, but it's just, yeah.
A few inches later.
Made it past Victorville, coming down the big hill, and there's traffic. It's about 6:12 right now, so not super surprising. And it is a Friday night, so wasn't fully expecting, was hoping this wasn't going to be the case, but it is what it is. So hopefully I'll get down to right around Steve's house in about an hour or less, by about 7 or so. Hoping. So we'll see.
2,000 years later.
This is obviously the next morning. I am getting gas over at Costco before I do smog with the Mustang. The car made its trip down very easily. Here on the dash, as I can show you, it says I averaged about 23.5 miles a gallon. If I go through a few more things, it says 303 miles I've traveled so far, so I'm pleasantly surprised. I was expecting to have to fill up when I got to the bottom of the hill. The drive itself wasn't too bad. It took me, I left Vegas about 3:30, got here about 7:30, hit a little bit of traffic at the very bottom of the last hill going into town, and then also on the 605. One unfortunate thing that happened was on the 605 there was a construction pickup truck or whatever. It dropped a piece of metal or a pipe off the back. It was a few cars lengths up. I saw it do it, and then I had cars all around me, so I just had to like slow down, and it hit the car. But very light scratch, should buff out, so not to worry about it, but I'm happy that's all that happened. But yeah, so with this, I want to figure out once I fill up what the true mileage is. So what I usually do is I take the total miles driven divided by how many gallons I filled up, and that gives you your gas mileage, your average mileage. So I'm pleasantly surprised. Usually this car, driving around town and on the freeway locally in Las Vegas, I was averaging between 13 to 16 miles a gallon. I wasn't really getting on it. Here on just cruising on the freeway the whole trip down, I was just mainly in 6th gear, and it was really nice. Got on a few times for fun, maybe 2 or 3 times, just to kind of, you know, shake the car down and make sure it's running well. So that was a lot of fun. So once I fill up, we'll see kind of where it's at and do the final mileage calculation and go from there. There's the line at Costco. Just finished getting gas. So I wanted to show you the calculation for the fuel mileage, gas mileage. Right here, it says I've done 303.1 miles. So I'm going to enter that here, 303.1. And then on my gas receipt, I filled up 14.221 divided by 14.221, and it tells me my gas mileage, 21.3135504, so 21.3 miles a gallon. So this says I'm doing 23.3. This is 21.3, so obviously it is off. This is the way I calculate, and I learned this to be the most accurate. So yeah, not bad for a supercharged Coyote engine or supercharged V8 Mustang. I was in Vegas. I was averaging between 13 to 16 miles a gallon. So 21, not bad at all. Definitely happy with the results. But yeah, that pretty much concludes today's episode. Thank you again so much for watching and following along with my little experiment here. I do have more content coming up. Gonna do some cool stuff with this car and have some cool stuff on the horizon. Been working out a lot of the marketing plan for the car. So yeah, definitely, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers and everybody that's been watching. Can't thank you enough. Thanks for following all the socials and everything. Until next time, you guys take care. See you on the next episode.